So this is an overview for the purchase note feature. Now the note feature does not have any starting rules. It's completely dependent on other workflows to invoke it. And what it does, there is a blank note created in these purchasing folders. And the blank note has no link ID. So the blank note, the file itself actually does not appear in Eden integration. Now there's a link to this thing within the note, so it's connected to this Laserfish shortcut, and this is the essence of the note workflow. So these shortcuts are kept in the folder note shortcuts. Now this number is the entry ID for this blank note here. So here's the entry ID, and this is what is created by the workflow. This is the LFE shortcut, and this does appear in the Eden integration. And by clicking on this, here's what the link is to. Here's the link ID. So when the user sees this in Eden integration, they click on this, and this file opens and can be edited. Otherwise, it will not be able to be edited. So let's take a look at this thing. Purchase note. There are no input-output parameters per se. This is an overview, so I'm not going to get into too many details. But the first point of interest here is that this retrieve field data, there could be more than one doc type here when it's pulling this back. For some of the workflows that invoke it, it may be for a purchase order, maybe for a requisition and a search that retrieves multiple documents. So, and some of those documents may be a note document. So basically what this is doing is it tells me everything that is not a note. So, you know, if it's a note and a requisition, it only populates this template with requisition and not note. So it gets to the type of document is requisition or PO or CO. I believe, no, not CO, just requisition or PO. So after determining what type of purchasing document it is, it runs this search. And this is a fancy search that I'll get into more detail that finds if there is a pre-existing note that its name is blank purchasing doc note. And if there isn't, then it creates one. So it creates a blank note here. Here's that token. It attaches a blank WordPad file, which is kept on the server. And here's the link, that linking document that does appear in Eden integration. And here's the script that creates what goes into that link to make it work. Now this removes it. Actually, no, this attaches it from the server. Renames it. This links that link to the node, and this clears out what's on the server. Now here is one last point of interest. It does a search here to see if there are any notes out there that have, you know, that parenthesis 2 or parenthesis 3. In other words, potential duplicates. And if it finds any, then for each one of those, locates it and deletes it, and the shortcut folder and the note itself. So it clears out any duplicate note entries. That sums it up.